Into the funnel.
All right, guys, this music's putting me in a trance. I gotta change this to something else.
Hallelujah.
Ooh, busy diner.
Small marketplace.
I like it.
Yeah. All right, guys, what do you remember from the last we met?
Take it away, Sadesky.
On the spot.
Unless you want me to go.
You've been fingered.
What's up, baby? Last time...
I'll jog your memory.
Yeah, jog.
Last time we arrived via train to northern Minnesota. Now, let's see. The exact place we landed was blah, 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 blah. I forget exactly where we landed. It was...
Short Tree Falls.
Thank you.
Tree Falls.
There it is. Nope,
Forgot
that's not it. Here it is. Yeah, so we landed in Short Tree Falls. Let's see. Right away, we walked down the road. We went to... Let's see, we heard of a house fire at the Levine house, I believe. Levine?
Yep.
Okay. We've learned of a local gang referred to as the Mitts. Let's see. We know that there's the Northern Game Company. We're at the Red Tent Inn. And let's see here. We know that the mayor's name is Abbott Horn. And
2 days away from a festival.
yes, sir. And then we also... So we got off the train. We walked to the inn, dropped our stuff off. The inn was just that, no restaurant or bar. So then we walked down the road to the Red... Nope. I forget the name of the bar.
Walton and Sons Libations.
Walton and Sons Libations. There we were escorted to the bar by a, host. They immediately pegged us for law enforcement.
Yep.
And then Tate Clay decided to mention the gang in town. Punk.
Yep.
Just yep.
But we're not here for that. We're not here for that. Anyway, tell me about this gang.
Yeah, I
But
know.
we're not here for that.
And then we were also chatting with the bartender, and we said that we were looking for our reporter friend, whose name eludes me right now, Jonathan Creedmoor.
Creedmoor.
Yep.
Who supposedly is in town or near town. I can't remember.
In town.
He's in town. And then, yeah, I believe we had some dinner. I believe there was a potato and a burger or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And then, a few drinks, and then we called it an evening and went back to the hotel.
And don't forget about the one-legged harmonica player.
I do remember the one-legged harmonica player. Let's see here. Yeah, the Iron Fur and Lumber Festival is going to be happening in a couple days.
So, you guys also stopped at the general store on the way back to the inn after you had your couple beverages. You'd asked Horace, who's the bartender, you'd asked him, hey, next time you see Creedmoor, tell him to come find us. And I don't think...
What did we get at the general store?
You said, supplies, general supplies. You wanted,
That's right.
a 3-day survival ration type of thing.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of wilderness that may or may not be covered, was your thought. So, after that, you guys went back, went to sleep. Let's kind of open the scene with you guys up, dressed, down having your continental breakfast, if you so choose.
Yeah.
Eating breakfast, Tate opens up his journal and writes on the top of it, July 11th.
There's the room that... Oh, go ahead.
What year is it?
1911.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys are in the small part of the lobby that has a couple dining tables and chairs. They're newer looking, only a little bit worn out. There's a platter of muffins, not very big, but there's blueberry and walnut. Then also some slices of bread, small tray of butter, and a plate of sausage.
Where are the eggs at?
No eggs. You don't see any eggs.
I don't think they made them for us today, Birdie.
That's just
Hopefully it don't stay like that, but
mighty inconsiderate of them. I mean, how's a man supposed to wake up without a proper plate of eggs?
I mean, you and your breakfast.
They're pretty good-looking sausages, though.
Yeah, Birdie grabs a muffin and some bread and butter and a sausage.
Tate makes a pretty hearty plate.
He grabs like 6 of the little muffins.
Birdie's
It'd be
gonna
like 2 of the muffins, but like 8 of the sausages.
They're big. They're like bratwurst-sized breakfast
then
sausages.
2.5.
Like right German. Yeah.
2.5.
Birdie's gonna it's not the first hotel he's been in. He's gonna find the door where they're almost certainly bringing the food from, and he's just gonna mosey on back.
You have fun with that. I'm gonna go sit and eat.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
It's just around the corner. The person that runs the counter, right? Like, oh, here's your keys, here's your room, signing people in. That person's moving in and out of that room from behind the counter. Oh, out of muffins, gets up from behind the counter, goes in through this door.
I'll walk up to that person. Hey, morning.
Oh, good morning.
Morning. I couldn't help but notice that we appear to be fresh out of eggs. You got any coming up?
No, not today. I think we have some tomorrow, though.
Okay, you guys just don't have any eggs, or they're just not on the menu today?
They're just not on the menu today.
Well, Birdie's gonna pull out a dime. No, I'm a very particular man when it comes to my breakfast, and I would very much appreciate a couple eggs.
Wow.
If you could make that 3 eggs, you can just go ahead and hang on to that.
Oh, okay. She puts it in her breast pocket. I'll see what I can do.
Much obliged.
Are you sitting over there?
Be right over here.
Okay. All right. Yeah. She goes through the door. You hear some sizzling and a little bit of steam.
How busy is it in here?
Not that busy. There's like 6 people and a couple kids.
Tate's kind of talking to himself while he's jotting down in his journal. Just kind of saying what he's writing. He's first thing he writes underneath the date. This damn fool went probably trying to find himself some eggs.
If you can find it in your heart to keep them yolks runny, you'd have an admirer for the rest of your days.
Birdie goes, sits back down.
Yes, sir.
After a couple minutes, plate of eggs, sunny side up comes out. Just a little bit of salt and pepper on top.
Oh, this is perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Tate
problem.
just goes, stifles a laugh.
Well, it could have been 4 eggs, but I couldn't help but hear you condescending tone about my wanting eggs earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about, Birdie.
Play your cards right, I'll maybe give you half of one.
I got enough sausage and muffin here. We're good.
All right.
Where do you think we start?
Well, I think it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to maybe head back to the Libations Bar. Silly name. Head back there and just see if they've heard hide or hair of Creedmoor.
Think he's been back in there already?
What's that now?
I mean, we just left there
Last night.
last night and want to go back in right away? Or do you want to give it some time?
We can give it some time. I'm just kind of
Didn't they-
spitballing here, thinking out loud.
I could be wrong, but I thought they said something about them stopping in for lunch.
Okay, well, if they're stopping in for lunch, then what we could probably do is find ourselves the local paper, see what they know, see what they've heard. But Birdie's going to lean in just a little closer. Not like aggressively, conspiratorially, but, we probably should kind of come up with a mutual reason for us being here. I'm surprised it wasn't covered in the briefing. I'm surprised we didn't figure this out on the train ride out here, neither. We're here looking for Creedmoor. We're not here looking into local crime. But I mean,
I'd rather stay away from local crime.
yeah. So I don't have enough of the feel of the place to see if we can bring up Sierraton.
I say we keep that one on the down low until we get some word from our buddy Creedmoor. I think last I checked, he might owe us some information.
Well-
Saving his life and all.
Your and I's definition of Owen might be different than his.
We could make him see eye to eye.
We could try, that's for sure. I don't see how it would be much of an issue for us to bring up the fact that we're up here looking at them missing folks. I mean, because that is what we're up here doing.
Privately or federally?
Well, maybe we're here as a favor to Creedmoor for his service in the past, and we're helping him look into some disappearances that he's been looking into.
That could work.
Assuming he's been
Do we
looking
know
into
any of the names of these missing folk?
That is a good question. I don't believe we had anything specific.
It was not mentioned in the report.
Well, if we can't find out something about that, we could be hired by a distant relative of one of the Johns or Jacobs or Jingleheimers and
Yeah, that
private
don't
investigation.
really work though. We kind of already played that card because we got a member of the Secret Service and a Marshal up here. So us getting
They
hired
don't
by
kind of see our badges.
they already know. I already told the bartender, which means folks know. All right, best we stay on the the straight and narrow up here. So we already got that.
You guys hear a crash as a plate shatters on the ground. There's a couple kids playing a little too aggressively, and they bump the table too hard.
Norman, Eloy,
Not our
knock
table.
that off
Nope.
now.
You also notice when you look over at that, there is a stack of newspapers by the door.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go get me one of them papers quick.
Grab two.
Birdie's gonna go grab a couple papers, see if they're free.
Tate's gonna case the joint as he does them.
They're a penny each, and they're from yesterday.
Thank
Same
you.
ones you saw when you were getting off the train.
No problem. That's just my job.
Birdie's gonna drop a couple pennies and bring over 2 copies. Let's see what we're working with here.
So when Birdie's up, Tate's just gonna do an overall scan of the room to try to see for watchful eyes or listening ears.
Roll a secret check. Young man. Young man.
Time for us.
Sing it, Cody. Sing it.
Ooh, I hear. Day man. Ah, fighter of the night man. Ah, champion of the sun. Oh, you got to drop this one too? This is so stupid. What are you doing? You fucking.
Yeah, he weird.
He, for the listening audience, Sadesky arose from his seat at the table and came over and closed his eyes and then threw the dice into a dice tray, but one of them fell out, and so then he picked it up and then closed his eyes again.
I never even opened my eyes.
Yeah,
All right.
Must be a wizard.
Arise.
What is your perception stat that you need to beat?
Perception, as in spot hidden, is a 67.
Looking around, you see a number of different types of people. There's a family with a couple of kids. They're about the same age as yours, boy and a girl. They look like they might be visiting. It's a husband and wife. They don't look like business people, but they also don't look like minors, Could be vacationers. There for the fair, hard to say. You see a couple folks that are wearing more business-centric apparel, though not super high-end. You could get the impression that they're, not like executives or whatever, but maybe businessmen trying to make their way. A couple other, average Joe Schmo-looking people. There's a guy standing by the front door outside smoking a cigarette. And that's what you see.
Is there anybody sitting close to us?
All the tables are fairly close. Nobody's like particularly close.
Anybody alone?
No.
Besides the guy smoking outside, I should say.
Yeah.
I think Tate would kind of lean over to a group of people close to him. What draws you folks in town?
Which folks is he talking to?
Let's say the family-looking group.
The husband has his mouth full of muffins. And he quickly is like, He raises a finger and he chews them really quick. His wife looks embarrassed.
Tate smiles.
We're here visiting family. What about you guys?
Oh, great. Just kind of on a little trip. Saw something on the paper about a festival coming up.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that too. First time they've ever done something like this.
Yeah, I figured we would stop and check it out. First annual and all.
Yeah, you should. There's going to be hot air balloons and all kinds of stuff.
Now, you won't catch me up in one of them hot air balloons.
No, don't think so?
No, sir.
Well, you hear they have aeroplanes now. You read about those?
Heard about them. Yep. Never seen one.
Yeah, I was down in Illinois for business. So I got to see one going around. It's something. I don't know. It's breathtaking, I'd say.
Yeah, breathtaking. That's definitely a way to put it.
Yeah, I just hope one day we can take one of those places instead of a train, you know?
I don't know. Keep my feet on the ground. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, and just think about the automobile. How far that's come in just a couple years, you know?
And one of the best things money can buy right now.
Yeah.
You very familiar with Short Tree Falls?
I wouldn't say no. But I have a cousin that lives out here. We get to see him once in a while, but he's working with the mine administration type of stuff.
Good work, that is.
Yeah.
So how about you guys? Where are you from?
We're from Milwaukee.
Oh, ways from home.
Yeah, it's good distance, but, that's family.
It's family.
He pulls out a pocket watch. Well, I think we ought to get going. It was nice chatting with you.
I appreciate your time.
Mm-hmm. Birdie's just been kind of reading the paper, too, like half listening, half reading.
Okay. The notable stories are iron shipments on track, new fishing tournament, Levine household in flames, Answorth versus Short Tree Falls, Kleinedale boy falls into Hoof Lake, swims to island.
Just a bustle of activity up here.
There's other stuff too.
Of course.
Statewide news about like a black lawyer representing somebody, and that's like a really big deal, and things like that.
Yeah. Mill in St. Paul burns to the ground.
Yep.
Tate's going to zero in a little bit on the Answorth versus Short Tree Falls.
It is a article detailing the living situation, the commodities, prices, population, events, things like that. Maybe, and it gets into, if you're looking to work the mines, that's a good one. If you're looking more to work at, say, a printing press or a bank, Short Tree Falls would be better. That type of stuff. Also, like entertainment, talks about the brothel in Answorth. It's a bit rowdier over there.
Oh, Birdie, it looks like Answorth might be your kind of town.
I don't know what you mean by that, but...
And he'll show you the article.
Oh, because they have a brothel?
Yeah, figure it out.
They also have a brothel in Short Tree Falls. They were somewhat common at this time.
Say that in the newspaper.
Yes, it talks about like the difference between, like, one is a lot rowdier than the other. Like one's like a gentleman's club and the other's a whorehouse, quote unquote.
Yeah, the music's livelier at the one, but the drinks are watered down.
Yeah.
Strip club versus Bador.
And the taxi driver kind of mentioned that
Okay.
on the route. And I'm trying to pull up the names of them because I have them written down.
Well, I still think it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to maybe swing by the local papers, see if they got anything from missing folks, because we don't have a lot of info on them, and, you know, maybe somebody here is taking a notice and just hasn't had enough to publish, or they published and ain't nobody learned about it.
I'll follow your lead. If there's one thing I learned from last time, there's always somebody that knows something that's just too afraid to speak up.
Exactly. Birdie's going to dunk the last half wedge of toast into his final yolk, kind of pinch it together and jam that baby home. He's going to stand up. Actually, no, he's going to roll a cigarette first, and then, well, I say we hit the road. Let's go figure it out. I'm going to go see where the closest, newspaper is.
Well, hit the road, Jack.
Birdie's going to walk up to the concierge desk, to the lady who got him his eggs. Thanks again for that. That was definitely needed this morning.
No problem. Just don't go asking for sausage tomorrow.
No promises. But
Tate's taking one of his sausages with him.
Okay.
hey, so we're new in town, and we were hoping to find the local newspaper. Not a copy of it. We want to go talk to the folks, that make it. Do you know where that's at?
Well, we don't have our own dedicated newspaper. Not yet. I've heard people are working on that, but the Deerwood Dispatch does have a couple reporters up here just in the area.
All right. So you said there's a couple of local reporters here working for the Deerwood Dispatch?
Yeah, I don't know their names, but...
Well, that's good enough. That's a start. Hey, thanks again.
Yeah. See you tonight?
Yep. See you tonight. All right, Tate. Let's say we hit the road and just stroll a bit.
I'm right by your side, Birdie.
Cool. Birdie's going to get out and, a part of me wants to, and a part of me thinks it's a bad idea. I'll go find the local house of government here and, tip our cap to the mayor.
That's kind of the only lead we got, aside from Creedmoor.
Yeah, we ain't seen him yet. The only thing is, if we're going to go chat with the mayor, Birdie and Tate are walking down the road.
Okay. Roll a spot hidden check.
A secret one?
Yeah. Just chuck it behind my screen, why don't you? The guy that was smoking that cigarette by the door, when you guys get about 20 yards away, you notice he has flicked his cigarette and is walking the same direction as you. So...
Naturally, in conversation, Tate will just slip in. I think we got a tail behind us.
Not too shocking. So, yeah, figure we could probably, figure out where the mayor's hanging out. We can go chat, see if there's anything going on that we can assist with. Or just, see what's going on. But while we're out and about, is there anything else you're looking for? Anything you need?
You do remember seeing the government building. It sticks out.
Tate will kind of snap his head to the side a little bit. What's that down there?
Oh, let me take a peek.
And he kind of points down like an alleyway and starts walking that way.
Birdie is following Tate now. It could be over here somewhere.
Tate wants to take the corner and then take another corner and kind of lay in wait. Birdie, if they are following us, we'll give it a minute, see what happens. It was the guy smoking outside the inn.
Well, I think the best thing we could do, well, right now we ain't doing nothing worthy of hiding from.
Well, it's still better to know if they're on our tail than not.
Oh, I don't doubt it for a second that somebody's keeping an eye on us. What I think we could do is, would you look at that? That's a good looking coat right there. What we could do is just stay in the busy parts, and be pretty obvious in our movements. Just go about. You know what I mean? Likelihood of them following us, looking to do some dirty. Well, two of us, I don't think we need to be ambushing anybody quite yet.
Not ambushing Birdie, we're just hiding for now.
Yep. I think.
Hiding and watching.
Some time passes.
After a few minutes, we would head back to the main drag.
You don't see him. He's gone. You didn't see him walk past the alleyway either.
So, yep. Yeah, I definitely think go see if we can't say hi.
Maybe a local sheriff, too.
Yeah, see if there's one of them in town, right? They should know something about missing folk.
I'm sure there's at least one for this section of towns.
There's got to be.
There's like for sure a sheriff's office in town. Okay. The way that small towns like this worked back then is, similar to what I explained with White Round.
Yep.
There's a sheriff's department with a number of deputies, and they kind of cover the whole area. And usually they'll have an office here or there in the, medium-sized neighborhoods.
Yep. Absolutely.
Tate was more specifically saying to see if there was one local currently.
Yeah. With how busy this town is, it'd be surprising if there wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, there would have to be at least a handful of local law enforcement for a time, because this is 2,500 people or something?
Something like that.
Yeah. 2,500, you're going to have 2 or 3 at least.
Yep.
I think we make our way to the government center.
Yeah, let's do it. Birdie is strolling, taking his time, taking in the town. And
it's busy. It's a busy little town. When you're walking through, sometimes you can see just like the outskirts of town. It's not big, but there are a lot of people there. Mm-hmm. Folks selling stuff, folks trading. There's stores with people coming in and out. And I imagine you guys are smoking your cigarettes on the walk.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing them at the heads of kids.
Tate's not.
Tate's not smoking? No more Lucky Strikes?
Nope.
You passed the government building at some point, getting to your hotel. You remember where it is. You're walking that direction. Take a turn here. And you see a door with a sign that says sheriff in the corner of one of the buildings.
Before we get up, or as we're walking up, Tate will kind of pat himself down. Shit, Birdie.
Yeah.
You run in and take care of it. I gotta left something in the room back there.
All right. Well, don't shoot nobody.
Unless they try to shoot me first.
Well, then you're warranted.
Tate's gonna head back to the inn.
Okay. It's about 10 minutes, we'll say. Let's do his first.
No.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Well, I grab a beer.
Well, you grab a beer. And I need a glass of water. Birdie and Clay depart. Birdie starts walking toward the sheriff's office, the hanging wooden sign. What are you doing?
Tate's heading back to the room. On his way there, he is on the lookout for a smoker outside a door guy. But really what he's worried about but doesn't want to voice is that guy was making sure that we were leaving to go back and try to mess with our room or something like that.
I'm going to carry over the roll that you rolled earlier.
Okay. Or I'll re-roll. Doesn't matter.
Clay gets back to the hotel. The woman that was helping earlier with the food is now cleaning up things, dumping stuff into a bin. gathering up plates. You go up to the room? What are you doing? Okay.
He'll, of course, looking all around.
He's doing that. He's going, looking
Making
all
it
around.
just super obvious. Yeah.
So he's checking his corners, checking them twice. He's looking for somebody naughty, not nice. So he thinks. And you don't see anything. You get up to the hotel door, it's still locked.
He'll go inside, peek around,
Looks just how you left it.
make sure nothing was touched with. He's going to kind of, when he leaves, set something like inconspicuous on the door. Like, I don't know, a little nail or something small that would fall off the door if it was opened.
Okay.
That then, when he comes back later, he will open the door and listen for it.
Okay.
And if he doesn't find anything, he starts shooting the place up. No.
Okay.
Heads
Yeah.
back. If he will pay closer attention to the floor and check for tracks. In his room and in front of his and Birdie's doors. Because Tate's tracked himself and Birdie a few times before he knows their boot marks.
Yeah. So he's just taken a mental image. This is what this looks like right now.
Yeah, and he's looking to see if there's been boot marks that tried to walk up to the door and then walked away.
Roll a track.
I'll even do it hard because it would be probably pretty hard. 74 over 50 hard 25.
There's, the occasional scuff mark, a little bit of dirt. It's mostly clean. Clearly, whoever's, taking care of the place is on point. So, no, you don't notice anything.
And with that, he would then head back to Birdie.
Swap out with Birdie for like 15 minutes. And then when you guys meet, we'll call it. Because we're already at 47.
Cool.
Clay and Birdie part ways. Clay heads back to the inn. Birdie, what do you do?
Birdie walks into the sheriff's office.
As Birdie is walking up to the door, he can hear arguing. A little bit loud.
Birdie is going to maintain his pace and go into the sheriff's office normally.
Okay. So you hear the listen, I'm sorry for your loss, but there's nothing else we can do. No, there is something you can do. You can actually take your time and do your job. We are doing our job. You think we're not doing anything? No, I don't. Not right now. This would never happen. It's Mr. Levine, I'm sorry, but the case is closed. There's nothing else to talk about here. No, there is something. There's plenty more to talk about. What have you even looked into? We've looked into everything. The case is closed. There was a house fire. Nobody got out. I'm sorry. I understand this is difficult. I don't think you understand anything. The man storms out of the sheriff's office. One of the deputies gets up and walks pretty fast toward him. He looks over at you and back to his partner and gestures with a thumb like, "Hey, can you talk to this guy?" And then he walks out of the door. "Hi, what can I help you with something?"
Yeah, I'm guessing that was Mr. Levine, the house fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about it in the paper.
Member of the family. What can I do for you?
My name's Hubert Johnson, U.S. Marshal. And who am I speaking with?
Deputy Piles. Nice to meet you.
Deputy Piles. Nice to meet you as well. So
what's Marshal doing way up here?
Well, it's kind of a twofold thing. We heard about a number of folks going missing in the general area, right? And it seemed seemed like it was happening, consistently enough to establish at least a base pattern of sorts. Okay, so we were going to come up here and see if that weren't just, sometimes, you look hard enough, you can find patterns even if it's just random, right? So we're up here to kind of see if that pattern actually means something or if it's just randomness taking the form of a pattern. And we're also up here looking for I don't know, not a colleague, that's for sure, but somebody we have worked with in the past. That'd be that journalist Creedmoor fella. You know him?
Yeah, he's sniffing around the area.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. We like to keep an eye on that one.
So is there an investigation right now?
Yeah, that's too strong a word right now. I'd say more of a casual look-see. Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely not looking into you guys.
He laughs a little bit at that.
Yeah. Hey, man, I ain't been a Marshal my whole life, man. I used to be a ranger down in Texas, served in the cavalry too. So, well, I've done this long enough to know the difference between an official, like, hey, man, someone's poking around in your business, and then someone's just kind of poking around.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense to you, but
in a roundabout way, yeah.
Yeah. We ain't here to stir no pots or look over anyone's shoulder. That ain't the game. But yeah, primarily we're here looking into a bunch of folks in the general, like this whole area. Let me consult my notes here, man. We got here yesterday, so I ain't terribly familiar yet. Let's see here. In the Compass Watch area, totaling, we've seen some very rough patterns of folks going missing every few months or so. It ain't always in the same town, but it's been happening enough and with enough regularity where we're kind of up here just making certain that there ain't nothing too weird going on. Know what I mean?
Sure.
All right. So, Deputy Piles, how long you been a deputy here?
For 3 years.
3 years?
3 years. But if I may be blunt,
Yeah.
Marshal, we have our hands full with a lot. People go missing. They wander off into the woods. They decide to take a vacation, don't come back. Stuff happens. We get people complain about it, and we look into it. But a pattern, I don't know anything about a pattern.
And I'm not surprised at all that you haven't, because again, we're talking months in between, and it's not just here in Short Tree Falls. Let's see, I had a list. My partner's got the map. Okay, but so yeah, my partner's got the map, but I mean, this ain't the only town. I mean, we got, obviously Brainerd, but that's a bit of ways away. And then we got some of the local mining outfits, like from here to the east. Follow the tracks, you get to another town. I can't remember the name of it. Can you help me?
You're probably thinking, east. Well, that'd be Eastonton.
Okay, yep. So there's Eastonton, and then I think the tracks kind of go west and then northerly from here as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a town up there.
Yep. Answorth.
I believe it kind of curls up and continues to go east and runs into another town with a mine, right?
Yeah.
And then kind of surrounding that whole area, but with no rail going to it, is Sierraton, right?
Roll a secret check for me.
Did that work?
Yeah, it did.
Perfect. Don't you laugh at my rolls?
No.
Hmm.
When Birdie asks about Sierraton, he's obviously, he's talking to this person. He's looking at him, but he's a Marshal. He's very well versed in body language and communications, whatever. He notices a very slight, like, twitch almost in his face. Just a nearly imperceptible change.
So yeah, there's around there, and I think there's something even further east. There's a mine even further east from there, right? Or
There's 2 mines in the area, and the Hagelin mine.
that's the one I was forgetting.
Yep.
So yeah, there's just if you kind of take them all together, you'll see that slowly over the past few folks have been going missing. We look into patterns and stuff. It's kind of what we do.
Sure.
So we're up here taking a peek. I'll tell you though, honestly, man, like, I make up numbers too, okay? But I'd say 70% of the time, there ain't nothing to them, right? See a pattern, you're like, hey man, this could be something. Maybe some creepos out in the woods, with a tent and a teddy bear made of folks. I don't know, but so we're just kind of up here making certain that there ain't nothing untoward going on. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
And
it also, sorry to cut you off there, but it don't hurt if there's a festival a couple days away and a fishing tournament too. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of how much it costs to take a train out here, but
yeah, where are you guys coming from?
Pennsylvania.
Sure. All right. Well, what are you asking me?
In the past, well, mostly I was actually on my way to the mayor's just to say hi and let them know that we're, putzing around a bit, but I'm glad I ran into you guys. Is there a sheriff here too, or is the sheriff out of Brainerd?
Yeah, he's out of Brainerd.
Okay.
He travels a lot.
Yeah, it makes sense. That's definitely I'd call that par for the course. Busy job, hard to keep a family.
Yeah.
But, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I guess if you guys could, if you have any open or closed cases about folks going missing, I mean, you already touched on it earlier. I mean, this is a pretty bustling town you got here. I mean,
yeah.
What do you got? Maybe 3-4 deputies running around here at any one time?
Something like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of folks to cover, especially when you're dealing with more of a, transient workforce, right? I mean, there are folks who will go to mine and work it their whole lives, but there's plenty that go there for a season. Shit, go there for a month, enough to get some drinking money and then move on to the next, right?
Oh yeah.
Swearing they'll never find themselves in a hole again until that money dries up.
Yep.
So yeah, this is that needle in a haystack query here. But yeah, if you guys have any unsolved missing cases that go back a year or two, yeah, I'd love to see those files. I mean, I kind of hope you don't have them, man. It's a bit of a slog working through all that, right? But I'm here to, earn my pay. So if you guys do have them, I'd love to take a peek.
Roll a fast talk, with advantage, because you just fast talked this guy for like 10 minutes straight.
And I thought I had something else that was really good. Fast talk isn't it? Either way.
Well, what other speech?
Well, dude, I rolled a 9 and I have a 6 in fast talk, but it was it persuasion? Oh yeah, persuade. I have a 64%.
Oh, all right, yeah, persuade works.
All right, I rolled a 9.
Yeah. Because I feel like we'll just interpret it how we interpret it. Persuade works perfectly fine for that.
Cool.
So you're asking him for files. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't keep very much historical, paperwork here, but I'll see about putting in a request with the sheriff.
Yeah, that'd be great. We're staying at my partner is Tate Clay. He's from the Secret Service office, so he likes to look into, I don't know, money, I guess.
Numbers, sure.
Yeah, stamps and shit. We're staying at the Red Tent Inn. And I figure we're going to be here a while. We're probably going to be running around to them other towns like Eastonton and So there you go, giving me information, and I wasn't even writing it down. So we're heading to that town northwest of here as well sometime. I'm thinking we're probably going to be in the area for a couple weeks. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, lovely area, but hopefully not much longer than a couple weeks, you know.
Sure.
And,
I'll see what information I can pull out of the cabinets here. I'll send a wire to Sheriff Orson, and we'll let you know what we find.
Perfect. All right, cool. Now that the official stuff's over with, I hear y'all got some real good bass up here.
That's what I hear. There's a fishing tournament coming up.
Yeah, well, I ain't much of a tournament guy, but I do like to, hey, man, you give me a, jug of something not too sweet, right? A little dock, little cast, a little calm. I could use a little bit of that. There ain't much fishing out in eastern Pennsylvania. At least not that I could find.
I wouldn't think there would be. Yeah, I'm not much of a fisherman myself, but I hear lots of good.
Well, you're wasted up here, man. What are you doing in northern Minnesota if you ain't fishing? Hunting? You hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Well, shit, it's July.
Get a deer once in a while, something small or something bigger.
You gotta, I don't know. I ain't been to Brainerd before, right? So, if it's anything like I imagine, hopefully it ain't got too big yet. Something wrong when you can spend days on end not walking on some dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right, on that note.
So Clay walks back to the inn, checks the place out, checks the room, really takes his time, leaves a little paper clip or whatever, a needle. Say he has a needle. He grabs there's a sewing kit, complimentary sewing kit in the closet.
Sure.
Grabs the needle, puts that up there, heads back to the sheriff's department. Whole interaction, or that whole situation takes maybe 20-something minutes.
The whole time keeping an eye out for that mysterious, maybe a follower,
Sure.
maybe a cult fanatic.
When Tate gets up to the sheriff's office, there's a deputy talking to a guy, taller fella. Burly. Listen, we're doing everything we can. And I don't think you are. It's loud, and you there's people walking around and shit.
Can you repeat the description of the two individuals?
One is a smaller deputy, Crow Wing County deputy. The other is a larger man, quite burly.
And he doesn't appear to be law enforcement.
The other guy, no.
And
he's clearly upset, very, very frustrated and emotional.
Can I try to psychoanalyze or use psychology on the situation?
Sure. What are you trying to learn, trying to figure out?
Deem information from the other individual, the burly, upset one. Does he have coal dust on his face or iron dust on his clothing, or are his hands calloused? Does he appear like he works with paper a lot? Are his knuckles bruised? Is he carrying a firearm?
Does he have a unibrow?
Stuff like that.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
What one?
What were the two that you asked?
Psychology or psychoanalyze, or you could even spot hidden for any hidden features of him.
Appraise.
I got a 5.
No, I could.
Spot hidden for any identifying features. 40 under 67.
As Clay approaches, I'm imagining he slows his gait down a little bit. walks.
After hearing that, absolutely.
Yeah, and gets a little bit out of the way of all the passerbys while still moving. He notices a lot of black powder just ingrained into this guy's stuff. His skin, his clothes. Looks like he's bathed, like he's, his clothes, he's not filthy, but you can tell he works in a coal mine. Or rather, not a coal mine, in a mine. And
Presumably a coal mine.
Presumably. Or an iron mine. It's hard to tell exactly.
Tate would, to try to overhear their conversation for a little bit, like stop and pat his pockets like he's looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, pull out a cigarette, go for a lighter, but like fumble with it a little bit or whatever, and then go to try to strike it, but he's not actually striking it for a few times, and then he strikes it and slowly lights it and walks off. Continues his journey.
While he's looking the guy over, so he sees very distinguishing features of, like, yes, he does have calluses on his hand. He has a bit of a unibrow. His clothes and he himself are dirty, not necessarily like coal powder all over him or whatever, but like clearly this guy works a very dirty job. And as well as a lot of people, working a dirty job, you need to put in a lot of work to not look like you do, right? He puts in work, but not a lot of work, right? He's not like filthy and disgusting.
Cleans himself, but not necessarily his clothes.
Sure. I mean, he still has dirt like under his nails and kind of, in the wrinkles of his big hands.
Okay.
The deputy is younger looking. The deputy looks about the same age as the larger guy, but he's cleaner. Softer hands, softer skin overall. And you're listening to them talk.
Does he look very experienced?
No, not that much. Listen, Matt, you know as well. Roll a listen check. I should add. There's certain things that might come through regardless, but
42 under 62.
Listen, Matt. That's the larger guy. You know as well as me. At least, I don't know, some of them would have gotten out of there. All of them? I get what you're saying, but the case is closed. There's nothing I can do about it. Just be honest with me. Did you actually look through the rubble? Me, no, but Piles did. Do you know that Piles did? I trust him. I do trust him. Well, fine. I'll look through it myself. Wait. Hold on. You can't just, Matt. And the deputy, stops. And the big guy starts walking away.
I think Tate would try to catch up to the big guy. As he gets close and be, excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry, what? Who are you?
I hate to be a pry, but it's kind of what I do. I'm an investigator, and I overheard what you were just talking about. Federal investigator.
Okay.
And it sounds like you might have a problem I could probably help you out with.
Well, yeah. There was a house fire.
The one down at the Levine farm?
House. It was in town. That's my family. I'm Fred Levine.
Tate Clay. He shakes his hand.
His hand makes yours feel small. I mean, are you here looking into that? The house fire?
That and many other things that have seemed to gone overlooked in the area.
Sure.
I mean, it's still pretty fresh in the area, so getting our feet down, trying to get to what we can for now, if you know what I mean.
I think so. Well, what do you know?
Well, from paper and talk around town, it sounds like local law enforcement might not be the most helpful on a lot of issues going on.
Well, they're trying to say that they didn't find any remains. And I know my family well enough. My father was a very paranoid person. He kept a bucket of water just for it if something happened.
Well, I suppose I can start out expressing my condolences.
Well, if they didn't find remains, something else happened to them.
And any inclination of what that might be, Mr. Levine?
I don't know. I spend most of my time nowadays at the mine. My sister had written me. She'd been talking to a guy, but my father didn't have enemies, you know.
Yeah.
None of them did. They're pretty.
So you don't think this fire was accidental, is what you're telling me?
No, I don't. Just then, Birdie comes out of the sheriff's department. Listen, I was going to go look through the ashes myself. I just got back.
You mind if having a little conversation with my partner and I is on our way over there? I think between your right and our jurisdiction, you won't have any issues.
That's fine. It's over this way.
And Tate would look up at Birdie and, Birdie! Wave to him.
Birdie walks out of the sheriff's office. Or, Birdie, as you're talking to the deputy, the other one walks in just as you're getting ready to leave.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going fine. Deputy Piles, can I speak to you for a second? Yeah, that's fine. We'll be in touch.
All right, just remember, we're at the Red Tent Inn.
Yeah, we will.
All right, thank you. Birdie's going to walk outside.
You see your partner, Clay, talking to a big, tall man.
Waving at you and yells your name.
And with that, we will end this episode. The name's Zener. Cody Zener. Hello. I'm going to keep today's little post-show thing brief. I want to say, number one, big, tremendous, juicy thank you to D-Dog, Carter Garcia, Paul Davis, Steak, and Totoro's Bang Bus. We had a lovely little get together with the Advocates, which is the $10 folks. Paul Davis and I sat down and watched a movie, Oni Baba, which we had our opinions on it, and D-Dog managed to join in a little bit later. But every month, the
$10 tier gets a exclusive hangout event session. I'm almost thinking like it might turn into a film club type of thing, which would be fun. But obviously there's other things, you know. Are we going to play video games? We're going to play Helldivers? We're going to play Battlefield? We're going to play Dark Tide? Are we going to play Civilization? What are we going to play? I don't fucking know. Talk about books, talk about this, that, and the other. But yeah, that's what we have at the $10 tier, $5 tier. We have the bloopers reel. We have the old Parasol offline, some behind the scenes stuff. You know, it's fun. It's a good time. And then also, if you guys just want to support the show, that is greatly appreciated. I mean, all of it's appreciated, you know, like seriously. Other thing, merch. I talk about it. I speak about it. I proselytize about it. And I think you guys should check it out if you have some time, if you have a moment. You want to check out the merch that we have, the cool shirts, the cool mugs, the cool stickers. Oh my goodness. You should order some of the stickers and then put them all over the bathrooms at every single place that you go. And I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't actually do that. Unless, no, but really, but like, yeah. I don't advocate that whatsoever. Certainly do not do that. What else? What else do I have? I don't think I have. Oh, the Discord. Of course. Check out the Discord. We have a Discord. It's pretty active. It's pretty popping off. There's some cool folks in there talking about all kinds of cool things and sharing music and games and all kinds of nerdisms. It's growing into a neat little community, and all of you in there. I don't, you know, I know a decent number of people listen to these, but which always surprises me. But all of you are cool people. Okay, don't forget that. And like I said, I'm going to try to keep this one short. And so with all of that, I think that's everything that I have. I'm probably forgetting something. Well, if I forgot it, it must not be that important, which isn't true because I forget important things all the time. But anyway, you guys have a good rest of your day or evening or night, whatever it is. Good rest of your week, good rest of your month. It's coming down to it this year. Halloween's coming up. I'm very excited about that. I don't know what I'm doing. I was hoping to go on, there's these ghost ride trolleys in the neighborhood. And I thought, wow, those look really cool. But, you know, not in the cards this year. So we will see. Regardless, hey, if you have a fun costume for Halloween, go ahead and post that in the Discord. I'm planning, and again, I don't know if I'm actually doing anything for Halloween, but the plan is to go as some kind of a pirate. I've been growing my hair out, and it's long enough to, you know, like a pirate type of Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm potentially gonna do. So otherwise, I don't know. I have the makings, I have the fixins of a good like Halo outfit. You know, I got the hat, I got the assault rifle and the sword, and of course, right? But oh man, yeah, there's a new Halo game coming out soon. So anyway, I'm getting distracted again. I will talk to you all later. We will be in touch and have a good one. Okay, yes, bye.